The Cinemassacre truth has got its own monster madness, and this variety is made especially for asses. But whose reviews are better? Well, you might be surprised, 'cause ours are actually funny and they ain't plagiarized. So order up some McDonald's, bundle up tight. We're stabbing the garbage out of Saturday night.
Messiah of Evil has a little bit of everything. You want surreal visuals? It's there. You want gore? There's a little bit of that. How about bad 70s hairstyles? Plenty of that for sure. You want an albino guy eating mice in a truck? Yeah, there's that too. I'm getting ahead of myself though. The protagonist, a woman named Arletty, is looking for her father, who's an artist in some shithole California coastal town. The dad's house is a schizophrenic's nightmare, with paintings of people staring at you all over the walls, surrealist lighting at times, and, not to mention, way too many ugly curtains. In her search, Arletty runs into this snobby guy named Tom and his two girlfriends, or groupies, or whatever.
Half girl, half child, and half wit.
Sit on it, sister.
Maybe they think he's some bootleg Beatles member, who knows. Honestly, I can't get over how smarmy Tom is. He's insufferable, but he does have that perfect aristocrat mullet thing going on. I can see why he's popular.
Wanna come?
Later.
Through the film, Arletty and Tom hear about this event called the Blood Moon, which makes the townsfolk act strange. When one of Tom's girls goes to a supermarket, we finally see how weird the locals get. Zombies? Not really. Cannibals? Yes, certainly. Maybe something a bit in between, because they tear that bitch apart. Now would be a good point to mention that the music is a bit subdued, but when the weird 70s electronic music comes on, I find it quite groovy. After girl number 2 gets eaten at a movie theater, Arletty's dad shows up to give a lore dump on the titular Messiah of Evil. Apparently 100 years ago, some demon cannibal guy showed up, said he'll start a religion, and walked into the ocean. I assume he turns people into those zombie cannibals, or maybe the land around the town does that to them. Regardless, Arletty's dad is turning into one of them and is trying to resist attacking her. She, in turn, cures him by setting him on fire. That counts, right? You know when your dad is going fucking nuts and screaming for you to help him, your first thought is to set him on fire, right? I should also bring up that whenever the Blood Moon people eat someone, they just crowd around the body and pick at it. You're not going to get any crazy special effects with bodies getting torn apart, so don't get your hopes up. Anyway, the film kind of peters out at the end. Tom and Arletty try to escape, fail, and they send out Arletty to spread the word about the coming Messiah of Evil, so she gets put into an insane asylum. Who knows, maybe she was always in the asylum and it's all of her imagination. Maybe she could have imagined someone getting ripped in half, or maybe Gooby could have saved her and... Okay, sorry, I'll stop. I know that not many of you read books, but maybe after reading my short horror film book Gnome Cave, you got into books and see why they're popular. Anyway, I bring it up because this whole film reminds me of a H.P. Lovecraft story, mostly Shadow over Innsmouth, but if you made this into a short story, it would fit in fine with Lovecraft's other works perfectly. As a movie though, there are some interesting parts, but there's plenty of spots that just drag on and on. So if you like Lovecraft-style thrillers, check the film out. It's not that bad.
Oh, I am very aware.